Guys, so we are officially in the coronavirus pandemic. Here in Singapore, we're currently at day 9 for the circuit breaker, meaning that we can only leave our home for the essential services. Depending where you are in the world, things could be really terrible right now, or also just mildly terrible. However, let's all stay home and together we can face the battles of the unknown. Let's really use this opportunity to dive deep within ourselves. And during these very difficult times, I have discovered 10 habits that really help me through these times, which I'd love to share with you. Firstly, move. Firstly, movement. When this whole crisis began, I had this really heavy headache and throbbing headache that just wouldn't go away, and because I don't usually get headaches, it was really uncomfortable for me to constantly have this throbbing, aching feeling here, and I didn't know why. So when I then decided to go within during the first couple days of the crisis and just basically lock myself in my room, I realized that movement, when I was doing yoga, expressing myself through movement, or doing HIIT, or doing any sorts of movement for the body, it really helped me redirect my flow of energy from my mind, which was constantly up here because of all the news and the thoughts and the noise going on and the chaos. My energy was all stuck here, and that caused my headache. And when I moved my body, I literally felt how my energy was flowing back into my entire body and everything was becoming more aligned. So that was my first step, movement. Second of all, reflect in solitude. So reflecting could be journaling, meditating, writing down intentions, writing down affirmations, maybe writing down I am passionate, or even just offering a prayer. Reflecting really gives you that space to question whether you're happy in life or whether you could be changing certain things in your life to increase your happiness. And therefore, journaling is my absolute favorite thing to do. It brings so much clarity, motivation, inspiration, documentation even, and I can just express fully and be myself and then understand what's going on in myself on a deeper level. So journaling, 100% recommend it. Start now if you don't have a journal. Third of all, learning. Learning constantly inspires me to wake up in the morning, even in this crisis where there's so much chaos going on. I still find immense inspiration to wake up in the morning, to do my morning routine, and then to learn, either reading, listening to an audiobook, or listening to a podcast or watching a documentation. It doesn't matter, as long as I'm learning how to do an online business. There's so many things that we can learn, or even if it's just learning how to play an instrument. Learning is definitely a huge part of what has been keeping my inspiration level at a very, very high point where I'm constantly eager to try something new. So yeah. Fourth of all, structuring my day. Structuring my day definitely begins the night before, because when I wake up, I'm clear and fresh and ready to start my day. And the first thing I do after going to the bathroom is making my bed. There's no better way to start your day than having a cleaned up room and feeling fresh, like at a clean slate. And that's why making my bed is like number one to really get my day going. Creativity is also very important. You really get to just let go and just create, and that is so important to keep you inspired and going. Fifth of all, waking up early. So I know this sounds like a struggle, especially in times like these, where I even caught myself sleeping super long the first couple days because I was like so energetically drained with my headache and I didn't want to get up. I was like, oh, well, everyone's home now, we're all getting up super late. But no, once I started planning out my day, I was like, hold up. I have so many things that I could do, so many things that I want to do. Waking up early is one of the keys for me to stay motivated and really keeps me going and boosts my energy levels and my feelings of being completely free of noise. I wake up every morning at 7 a.m. exactly at sunrise, and there's something so peaceful and beautiful about the sunrise where you just feel completely aligned and in peace. So waking up early, yes, that is the way to go. Sixth of all, flight mode. So I usually stay on flight mode on my phone the last hour before I sleep. And in the morning, when I wake up, I do my morning routine, learn, do some work for 2 hours, and then only like around noontime, that is when I start checking my phone because there's so much going on. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you're letting in 100 people into your room. You don't do that because you want your private space. Well, when we check our phone in the morning, you're doing exactly that. It's like you're letting in 100 people into your thoughts and into your mind, into your private space, that sacred morning space. You're not giving yourself that time to really go deep within yourself when the morning is the best time for that. So flight mode is my ultimate tip, and I keep flight mode on until my lunchtime at noon. Seventh of all, turning off all notifications. Except if they're super important and for work. This is part of disconnecting from the noise. Turning off notifications has honestly been a huge game changer for me. I read the book Digital Minimalism 2 weeks ago and just finished it recently, and wow, it completely transformed my day. I feel so much more focused and concentrated and dedicated to what I want to do in the day because I don't constantly have like bings, buzzes, and sounds coming from my phone all the time on my notification screen or even on Instagram. I turned off all notifications unless it was regarding work, and that honestly has changed so much because we spend an average of 5 to 6 hours of our day on our phone. My screen time was pretty high, even though I would say I was being sort of aware of what I was doing. And then I was still surprised to find out I was like on my phone for like 5 hours a day, which is about 40 hours a week and 160 hours a month and 2,000 hours a year, equaling to 80 24-hour days. So if you do the math and it's 80 days, 24-hour days, so that's like double the amount of the time that we're awake per year on the phone, you realize how much time we're actually wasting through social medias and on our phones without actually staying in focus. So just turning off notifications, staying on flight mode half of the day has really transformed my life to realize that I actually have so much more time than before, and I get to learn and work on things that I'm passionate about all the time, and I'm so happy that I took this step. It's your turn now. Don't just sit here, actually turn off your notifications. Trust me, it'll change your life. And also read Digital Minimalism whilst you're at it. That book was recommended by my friend Marshall, and you guys have to read it. It's incredible. Eighth of all, community. Yay! My favorite part. Okay, so I just started this recently where every single day I add a 30-minute block into my daily schedule where I call someone that I love. It could be a friend, a loved one, a family member. It could also be sending out 5 voice memos, but just spending that time to connect with the people that you love that are currently all in home quarantine is so important because we realize that we're really never alone. It is so beautiful when you really get to deepen connections, especially in times like these with our digital world, to really find the time and make the time to call the ones that we love. Just simply writing a kind message might change their entire day or might put a smile on their face, and that is the most beautiful thing possible. So definitely connect to the people that you love. Another beautiful opportunity to connect with your community is to do activities together, whether it's through a Zoom call and it's yoga or breathwork or a HIIT class, or maybe just having a group call with people and just talking and sharing. Honestly, community is so important because we are not alone. We're not going through this alone, and happiness is only real when shared. Got this quote from Into the Wild, which I just watched recently and fell in love with. So good. Please watch it too. Number 9, challenge. Try something new with a friend and be like, let's go on this challenge and try and do something new together, because then you have an accountability partner and you're not going through something alone. And also creating a challenge makes things so much more exciting and fun. So definitely go for a challenge, and you never know where it might take you or what skill you will learn, or if it leads to many more challenges. And last of all, gratitude. One thing I started doing the past couple weeks that has really shaped me and helped me so much is writing down the things that I'm grateful for before I sleep, and in the morning sometimes too. But Gratitude is honestly the key to joy, and you're radiating love from inside and happiness because you feel blessed to be where you're at. We are currently at home, safe. We have food if we need food. There are people out there that are struggling so much more, and just constantly reminding yourself to be grateful for the things that we have, the safety that we feel right now is so important. And personally, it has changed my entire attitude, because at first I was feeling super low, but in the past 2 weeks, applying all these 10 habits, especially gratitude, has completely changed me, and I feel so excited every single day to try something new, learn something new, call a friend, structure my day, because I look forward to all the things that I've explored in just one day. And every single day is an opportunity for you to become the master of yourself and to dive into the unknown. And I'm just so passionate about this because all these habits have completely transformed the way that I handled my self-quarantine, and I'm really sure that they'll help you too. And therefore, be courageous in this whole chaos. Choose courage over fear. I hope this video helped you, and I can't wait to see you guys soon! I think I'll be creating way more videos because I think this is super fun. It's really unknown and I'm not used to just talking to the camera like this, but I'm getting used to it, and I know there's so many more things that I want to share, and if you want to share some things with me, please let me know. I'd always love to hear. There's nothing in the world that I want than for all of you to be happy. So with that, see you guys soon!